Hey everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm John, and with me as always is the brilliant Anna. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's pretty much on everyone's mind these days: remote business ideas. It's truly a game changer, isn't it, Anna?
Absolutely, John. It's fascinating how much the world has shifted. What used to be a niche concept, working remotely, has now become a mainstream aspiration for so many. People are realizing they don't have to be chained to an office desk to build something meaningful. And honestly, that's incredibly empowering.
Empowering is the perfect word. I mean, think about it. The geographical limitations that once dictated where you could work or who you could hire are just gone. You could be running a successful business from a beach in Bali, a cabin in the woods, or just your living room. It's truly global.
Exactly. And it opens up so many possibilities, not just for individuals seeking flexibility, but for businesses too. They can tap into a global talent pool, reduce overheads, and often achieve a better work-life balance for their teams, which ultimately boosts productivity and morale.
So, for someone listening right now, sitting there thinking, okay, this sounds great, but where do I even begin? What's one of the first remote business ideas that typically comes to mind, or one that's relatively easy to get started with?
I think the simplest entry point for many is often a service-based business. Think freelancing. If you have a skill, writing, graphic design, web development, social media management, virtual assistant services, you can pretty much start offering that remotely right away. Platforms like Upwork or Fiverr have made it incredibly accessible, but you can also build your own client base independently.
That's a fantastic point. It leverages skills people already possess, which drastically reduces the initial learning curve. I've seen so many people transition from a traditional 9 to 5 role using their existing expertise as a springboard into a remote freelancing career.
Right, and the beauty of it is scalability. You start as a solo freelancer, but if you build enough demand, you can then hire other freelancers to help you, effectively growing your own small agency. It's a natural progression for many.
That's smart. Moving beyond direct services, what about something that leverages content creation? That's another huge area in the remote space, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Content creation is booming. We're talking about blogging, podcasting, like we're doing right now, YouTube channels, TikTok, Instagram. If you have a passion or expertise, there's an audience out there for you. The monetization can come from ads, sponsorships, affiliate marketing, or even selling your own digital products related to your content.
Yeah, and the barrier to entry is quite low in terms of equipment. You can start a podcast with a decent microphone and some editing software, or a blog with just a website. The real investment is time and consistency.
Exactly. Consistency is key. It's a long game, but the rewards can be significant in terms of building a community, establishing authority, and creating multiple income streams. Think about how many people have turned their hobbies into full-time content creation businesses.
It's incredible. And speaking of selling your own digital products, that leads us nicely into another massive remote business category: e-commerce, but specifically, digital products often have a much lower overhead, right?
Definitely. Digital products are fantastic for remote businesses because once you create them, the cost of replication and distribution is virtually zero. Ebooks, online courses, templates, stock photos, software, digital art prints, the list goes on. You create it once and you can sell it endlessly.
That's the dream, isn't it? Passive income. You put in the work up front, and then it generates revenue while you sleep, or, while you're working on your next big idea.
It really is, and it pairs perfectly with content creation. If you have a blog about fitness, you can create and sell a digital workout plan or a recipe ebook. If you have a YouTube channel about design, you can sell graphic templates. They feed into each other beautifully.
What about physical products in e-commerce? Are those still viable for a remote setup, or do they become a bit more complex?
They absolutely are viable, but as you said, John, they can be more complex. Dropshipping is a popular remote e-commerce model where you don't hold any inventory. The customer orders from your store, and the supplier ships directly to them. Another great option is print on demand, for things like t-shirts, mugs, or posters. You design the product, and a third-party company handles printing and shipping only when an order comes in.
Okay, so even with physical products, there are ways to minimize the logistical headaches and keep it truly remote. That's good to know. It's all about finding those clever solutions.
Precisely. The key is to leverage technology and third-party services to handle the parts of the business that would traditionally require a physical presence. Payment processing, customer service, marketing, it can all be done remotely.
So, we've talked about services, content, and e commerce. What's another big category that people can look into when they're thinking about starting a remote business?
Another powerful area is online education and coaching. If you have expertise in a particular field, you can package that knowledge into online courses, offer one-on-one coaching sessions, or even group coaching programs. Think about language tutors, fitness coaches, business strategists, even cooking instructors. It all works remotely.
That's fantastic, because everyone has some kind of unique skill or experience they can share. It's about identifying that and figuring out how to translate it into a valuable teaching or coaching experience. And again, platforms make it relatively easy to deliver this content now.
Exactly. You can use platforms like Teachable or Kajabi to host your courses, or Zoom for live coaching. The technology is so accessible now that you don't need to be a tech guru to set this up. Your focus can truly be on delivering value to your students or clients.
All right, so we've got a good range of ideas now, but starting a remote business isn't just about picking an idea, right? There are certain characteristics or skills that someone needs to cultivate to be successful in this environment.
Oh, absolutely, John. The number one thing I'd say is self-discipline and self-motivation. When you don't have a boss looking over your shoulder or colleagues in the next cubicle, it's easy to get distracted. You have to be your own manager, set your own schedule, and stick to it.
That's so true. The allure of the work from anywhere lifestyle is strong, but it also comes with the responsibility of making sure the work actually gets done. Procrastination can be a real killer for remote entrepreneurs.
It truly can, and related to that is time management. Learning to prioritize tasks, block out focus time, and avoid burnout is crucial. It's easy to blur the lines between work and personal life when your office is also your home.
100%. I think another vital skill for remote business owners is communication. Since you're not physically with your team or clients, clear, concise, and regular communication is paramount. Misunderstandings can happen so easily without face-to-face cues.
That's a fantastic point, John. You have to be proactive with communication. Documenting processes, using clear project management tools, and having regular check-ins, even if they're just quick video calls, can make all the difference. Transparency builds trust, especially remotely.
What about the entrepreneurial mindset itself? Beyond the practical skills, isn't there a certain resilience or adaptability needed?
Oh, absolutely. Remote business often means you're building something from scratch, so you need to be comfortable with uncertainty. You'll face challenges, things will go wrong, and you'll need that problem-solving mentality to pivot, learn, and keep moving forward. It's definitely not for the faint of heart, but it's incredibly rewarding.
That resilience is key, and also, I think, the ability to continuously learn. The remote landscape, technology, marketing strategies, they're all constantly evolving. If you're not keeping up, you're going to fall behind.
You're spot on, John. Continuous learning isn't just a nice to have, it's a necessity. Whether it's taking an online course, reading industry blogs, or networking with other entrepreneurs, staying current is vital for growth.
Speaking of networking, that's something people might overlook when they think about remote work. They imagine themselves in isolation, but building connections is still super important, right?
100%. Even though you're remote, you're not an island. Networking, both online and even in person when opportunities arise, is crucial for finding clients, collaborators, mentors, and just generally staying motivated. Online communities for remote entrepreneurs are thriving, and they're an amazing resource.
That's such a good point. It's easy to get caught up in the lone wolf mentality, but community support can be a huge differentiator. So, for someone who's feeling inspired and wants to take the plunge, what's a practical first step they should consider?
I'd say start with identifying your niche. Don't try to be everything to everyone. What are you truly good at? What problems can you solve for a specific group of people? The more specific you are, the easier it is to market yourself and stand out.
Niche down, absolutely. It's counterintuitive for some people who think they need to appeal to the broadest possible audience, but specificity actually attracts the right customers. Then what?
Once you have your niche, research it, see what others are doing, identify gaps, and understand your potential customers' needs. Then, start small. Don't wait for perfection. Create a minimum viable product or service, something you can offer to your first few clients or customers to get feedback, iterate, and improve.
That don't wait for perfection advice is gold. So many aspiring entrepreneurs get stuck in the planning phase, trying to make everything just right before they even launch. But the real learning happens when you're out there, doing it.
100%. And remember to embrace marketing from day one. It's not enough to have a great product or service, people need to know about it. Whether it's through social media, content marketing, or direct outreach, make marketing an integral part of your strategy.
And be patient, right? Building a successful remote business isn't an overnight thing. It takes time, effort, and persistence.
Absolutely, it's a marathon, not a sprint. There will be ups and downs, but the freedom and fulfillment that come from building something on your own terms, from anywhere in the world, are incredibly powerful motivators. It's about building a lifestyle, not just a job.
That's a perfect way to put it, Anna. It's about creating a life that truly aligns with your values and goals. So to recap, folks, think about service-based businesses, content creation, e-commerce, especially digital products or dropshipping, and online education. Coaching. Cultivate discipline, communication, adaptability, and a continuous learning mindset. And don't forget to network and just start. Don't wait for perfection.
Excellent summary, John. The remote business landscape is ripe with opportunities. It just requires courage, a bit of planning, and the willingness to learn and adapt. If you've been thinking about it, now's really the time to take that first step.
Couldn't agree more. Anna, this has been an incredibly insightful conversation. Thank you for breaking down these ideas so clearly.
My pleasure, John. It's a topic I'm really passionate about because I've seen firsthand how it transforms lives.
For all our listeners, we hope this episode has given you some solid ideas and the motivation to explore what's possible in the world of remote business. Remember, your potential isn't limited by your location anymore. Go out there and create something amazing.
That's right! Until next time, keep dreaming big and working smart. We'll catch you on the next episode.